Hey everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I am your man, Dr. L.
I am his co-host, Dr. B. Even though B becomes for L, I had to submit and be after Dr. L. No problem at
Oh,
all.
come on, man. You don't got to do all that, man. You're doing the most, man. Now you're doing the most, man. So
Uh,
I'm playing my sound here. So yeah.
Listen, man, you are the podcast beast. I'm just coming along the ride, sir. You're doing a great
I'm
job.
not the one with them over 1 million views. That's not me. I'm trying to follow after you. I'm trying to catch up to you, but trying to hold your coattails, man.
All glory to God, sir. Just a vessel, man. Just a vessel.
Maybe one day, man, I'll be able to help you change your underwear. After,
Well, once I get that lap around the church, I think you'll start getting your million views.
Well, that might be true, man. That might be true.
Sir, I need my lap. Just one lap. You know what? I'll even let you walk. I won't have you run. I have you walk around.
That might be a better deal, man. That might be a better deal.
Give me one walk,
for anyone who's not familiar, the running around the church or the lap around the church is mostly a Pentecostal, sometimes evangelical type of celebration of just joy and glee and touched by the Spirit.
Yeah.
And so therefore you want to run around the church. Dr. B is under the impression that because of situations that happened in my past,
many situations that I prayed for,
there's a few.
I intercede for, and it came to pass.
Therefore, he thinks that I need to go to church.
No, you told me you'll give me a lap if God
I never said that, no, brother.
Yes,
I would have done it.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I did not. I would have done it. I would have been a man of my word. If I said I was going to come to church and give you a lap, I would have came to church and gave you a lap.
People, let's stretch our hands toward Dr. L and tell him lap.
All right. Speaking of church and laps, man, how's everything going, man? You doing good, man? You doing good?
It's coming, man. You know, being a pastor of a storefront church, and we thank God, and we're taking care of what God's given us, and giving God the glory, man. That's all we can do, bro. Thanks for asking, though. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. I want you. Speaking of stretching forth your hands, praying for a brother. Listen, I broke my chair very recently. It shouldn't be doing all the stuff it's doing right now.
Yes, yes, sir.
So I order a new
deliverance, sir. Your prayer needs deliverance, sir.
I just ordered a new one before we booted up this podcast episode. So
yeah. Yes, sir. Your chair needs much deliverance, sir. Much deliverance.
Oh, I'm gonna deliver right outside to the junk heap. That's what's gonna happen with that. Okay. I'm really, really upset because I just bought this chair too within the last year. I don't think it's a year old yet. So
sir, your anointing so heavy, sir, is breaking the chair, sir. That's what's happening.
Well, something's so heavy, so I don't know. Yeah, so everything is good on my end, man. It's good to see you again, brother. I appreciate it.
You, sir.
Yeah. So this is Faith and Justice. We talk about all kinds of things that are going on within the community, things that are going on, in the policing world, in the religious world, and seeing how we can make the world a better place.
Yes, sir.
So on this particular episode, we want to talk about something that men are going through, in particular older men, and I would even say younger men, 25 and up, trying to see the benefits of marriage. And I was having a conversation. I just kind of thought about this. I was having a conversation with, I forget who I was talking to, but we were having a conversation about why young men don't want to get married. They'd rather play video games all day. They would rather, smoke weed, play video games, or watch their adult movies and go through bottles of lotion rather than go out on dates.
Lotions, bottle of socks and tissues and whatever.
Well, I just appreciate the fact that they're cleaning up. Not that I'm in the room with them, but at least they're cleaning up after themselves.
Right? Sir, we're not that type of show, sir. In Jesus' name.
Well, I mean, you are advocating to clean up after themselves, right? I would hope.
To be honest, and there's another show. I'm an advocate that if you're going to have an orgasm, your wife must be in the room with you. That's what I advocate.
Yes, sir. You did mention that. Yes,
sir. I ain't budging. If you going to sell pleasure, she has to be in the room with you, sir. That's a whole nother show, sir. I can't wait to have that show, sir.
Yeah. We definitely got to get to that one.
Oh
We
yeah.
definitely gotta get to that.
We will, sir. We will.
Yeah. We'll put that on the list there, man.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And also to the audience out there, if you guys got anything you want us to talk about, make sure you send us an email. Make sure send us an email. That way we can make sure that we address any topics out there, any stories that are in the news that you think would be apropos for such a podcast as this.
Yes.
So let's talk about. Oh, we're up to 12 subs now. I forgot to tell you that. You asked me the other day. We had 10 subs,
Uh-huh.
and then I checked it, and it was down to 9. So somebody stopped unsubscribed.
Yeah.
But now we gained 3 more, so we're up to 12 now. So
You owe me 2 laps now.
so y'all can make sure you hit the like button, hit the sub button, share the channel. Let's make it grow. I think we're trying to have.
If
some great
we
conversation.
reach 50 subs by November, tell Dr. L he owes me 2 laps around the church. 2. 50.
We're 50. 50 is a low number, man.
Sir, I'm just trying to do the best I can.
So, brothers these days, man, young men are doing a cost-benefit analysis, weighing the benefits of getting legally married, and that's what I want to talk about. Legally, they want to get about getting legally married. So, I want to hear your pitch about that. I'm probably not going to fight you a lot about that. However, the second part that I am going to give you a pitch about is those, I would say, I'm going to give a generous number, say 40 and up. Maybe they've been divorced, have a kid or two, and have said, no, if I do this again, I'm going to go through a commitment ceremony and or spiritual ceremony. Now, I'm saying that those two things are the same thing. They're technically not, but I'm just for the purposes of this. So I want to say on one side is a legal marriage, and on the other side is some other type of marriage, with be it spiritual or commitment ceremony. So let's deal with the younger men. Give us your pitch about why a young man who is around the age of 25, 26, 27, 28 or so, why he should put aside his bottles of lotion, put aside and really enter into an engagement with a woman.
This is easy, man. This is so
easy.
Well,
I'm saying this is the warm-up, man. This is a softball right here. So why should he do that? Uh-huh. Why should he do that versus entering into a commitment?
All right. So number one, compare lotion to actual breast. Compare lotion to actual vagina. Compare lotion to actual butt. It's very easy. I'm helping men to understand that they learned self-satisfaction as a child, but you're not a child anymore. You are a grown man. So why are you allowing your youth to mess up something better? A lot of our young men are on gaming, and most young men don't play with the old version. Matter of fact, as soon as the new version comes out, they want the new version. You know exactly what I'm saying, sir. Your wife is an upgrade, and you cannot touch that video screen like you can touch actual vagina and breast from your lovely wife, sir. So that's why marriage to me is better. Plus, it's a commitment. If I make a commitment to my career, how come I cannot make a commitment to my wife, especially if she gives me children? You give me children and I can make a commitment to you, yet you committed your body and I can't commit to a piece of paper? Come on, man.
So I go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So I'm not going to disagree with, again, this is going to be softball. I'm not going to disagree with your assessment about giving children commitments and all that. But I think that what young men are saying is that a lot of the women these days are not worth it, right? The juice is not worth the squeeze. And what they're saying is that they have. I did. The juice is not worth the squeeze. This is what they are saying. That the amount of effort and energy that it takes to put into making a woman happy around the clock, meeting her emotional needs, is not worth it when I can get my sexual satisfaction from the TV screen, monitors, the cell phone, right? And I can get right back to feeding other and hitting other dopamines. I can get one dopamine hit from that, go right back to my other dopamine hits concerning video games. I can chat online with my friends. This is why I'm not so much in the camp of the male loneliness epidemic. A lot of it is just what they want to do. So the struggle that I think that people are having is trying to get men to see that, to see your point of view and saying the real thing is better. Well, the real thing comes with arguments. The real things comes with disappointments. The real thing comes with attitude, mood swings. The real things comes with all that. Go ahead.
Yeah. The problem is that with the self-pleasure, you're being an island. And scripturally, we're not made to be alone. In the Genesis chapter 1, it was God that told Adam, it's not good for you to be alone. Adam didn't say to God, hey, God, I'm alone. So what I'm trying to say to men is that when you open yourself up to only pleasuring yourself in one area, you're really messing up because you're not getting the full benefit of what God gave. I mean, all right. So what's better, watching football or playing football? I think anybody who plays sports would say playing football is much better. What's better, watching it on TV or going to actual game? Anyone will tell you going to the game is better. Yes, there may be a crowd. Yes, there may be people pushing and shoving, but still being at an actual game is so much better than being on TV, watching from TV. That's what marriage is. Sometimes marriage is a traffic jam. Sometimes marriage is, I can't get in the bathroom real quick because of, a lot of people are there. But the full benefit of growing old with somebody, someone that knows your pain, someone that knows who you are. That video don't know your pain. That video don't know your struggles. That video don't know when you get fired or you get talked about. That video can't help you. But having a woman touch you while you're in a place of pain, Lord have mercy. The benefits of it. So really, the video is giving you some form of dopamine. It's kind of like it's giving you maybe 20%, while a woman will give you 80%. Come on now.
Yeah, well, there definitely is science behind the difference in release and the dopamine hits and how the brain is affected with orgasming with a real person versus with a to the video screen.
Science doesn't lie. It is a higher dose when you're with somebody versus with you by yourself. There's no fighting that at all. Yes, sir. Thanks for saying that, sir, for my argument. I appreciate that.
Well, listen, I told you this is gonna be a softball. I'm just warming you up here, man.
Warm me up before you put the ball down and put the bat to me. I got it, sir.
Yeah, well, so, but these are the arguments that these brothers are given, right? And so we talk about, I don't have to keep anyone happy. I don't know if you've seen the videos. There's some videos I've seen by some men, particularly older men, probably in their 30s or 40s, saying, they're videotaping themselves at a restaurant eating, $16 or whatever for a meal with peace versus a $120 dinner with arguments. What they're saying is that the peace that I have right now and eating alone and all that versus taking someone out, making sure she has a nice outfit, making sure that she is all the other things that go along with taking a woman out. And then I get into arguments. There's a misunderstanding. I didn't mean that when I said that, or you're being too sensitive. That's not what I said. That's you're mishearing me. All these different little things along the way that men are saying that isn't worth it anymore. In comparison to what men had previously, where women were more fit, feminine, friendly. They were more cooperative. They didn't come with the arguments. They didn't come with the attitudes, etc. So men are looking around and saying, "This is what I got to go through to get a woman. No, this is not for me."
So the problem is that a lot of men are looking for IG women. They're not looking for reality. Let's be honest. A lot of these men are looking for the woman that looks great. And like I tell people all the time, you can get a woman who's a dime piece, but she'll treat you like a penny. So the reason why a lot of these men are saying that because they're looking for the wrong type of woman. So if you're looking for the wrong type of woman, why are you surprised of all the negativity that comes with it? You should be looking for a woman who will compliment you, a woman that will be submissive to you as you are submissive to God, a woman that will help you reach your dream while you help her reach her dream. So that's the problem. And a lot of these IG women don't want to be touched, don't want to have babies. They just want to be, I just want to look good all the time. And that's why they're talking about all the issues they're having, because they're looking in the wrong place. Yeah, because there are good women out there, but they may not look like a model. But again, a lot of these women who look like models, don't touch me there. Don't touch me here. I just got my plastic surgery. I mean, but can't cook nothing but a hot pocket. That's all they can cook. They don't know how to comfort. They just know how to look good. So yeah, you are going to have a lot of headaches because you're looking for women with the wrong type of value. If you look for a woman with value, I tell people all the time, what you cannot see is more important than what you do see. Is she loving? Is she comforting? If someone in my family passed away, can she speak the right words to me? Or her words are, I gotta get my nails and my hair done. So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of drama for women who are drama.
Where are these? Do you think that there's a lot of women with the values that you spoke about? Do you think there's a lot? And what would you call value? What values?
Sure,
what values do you think?
A good question, Dr. L. Very good question. Values are the intangibles: faithfulness, loving. She does things for me. All right. So, for example, I have locks, as you know, and my wife is the one that takes care of my locks. She tells me when to get my hair washed and the whole bit because she does my locks. See, that's the intangibles. She does things for me that I don't even recognize. Intangibles. Any woman can look good. Any woman can have heels on. Any woman can have lipstick. Any woman can have fingernails. That's easy. It's the intangibles. And that's why dating is so important. And for example, if I'm in the bathroom blowing it up, can you hold your nose and pass me the tissues? That's intangibles. Nah, I can't do that because it might get on. Nah, if I'm throwing up, can you take care of me? And when I caught COVID, my wife was the intangible. She did not leave my side at all. She did not leave my side. She nursed me back to health. Intangibles. She took my children in. Intangibles. So the problem with a lot of these men, they're looking for the externals, not the internal. Preach, Brantley. I will.
So do you think that a lot of women today have those value systems, have those intangibles?
I would say they're more with the intangible than the tangible, but the problem is the one with the tangibles are being popped up. They're being flossed more than women who don't have the external looks. Because again, it's not how you look. I've seen many women in my counseling practice who look great. Boy, headache after headache, because guess what? That was their whole issue. I want to look good. Or on the other end, they had a man that did not want to recognize their intangibles. They only want the tangibles. They only want to look how they look. So they were upset, like, what's wrong with me? Because guess what? That fake breast that you got, they're gonna leak one day. That BBL, your knees can't handle that, or the extra junk you put back there. So really, it's the intangibles. It's the inside that creates the outside, not the other way around.
Where these? So do you think, in a percentage point, do you think that there's more or less of them today, and maybe that's why the guys have given up because they can't find them?
No. The guys are looking for the tangibles. The guys are looking for who looks good. They're there, but you know what? You too plain Jane. All right, but when you're down and
how
out,
often is that? How often is that happening?
I really feel, because social media and the press would hype things up and make them more important than anything else. and that's what you got to kind of fight, right? You got to fight that. I mean, how many times have you said, sir? A lot of people are playing the game, but not really in the game,
Mm.
and that's in relationships.
Mm.
You know, are you really willing? For example, can I be vulnerable with this IG girl, or can I be vulnerable with a girl that's not IG? And for the most part, you can be vulnerable with a girl who's not on G. Now, sometimes you're blessed to get an IG girl and a vulnerable girl. That's a blessing. I think my wife is beautiful. She's stunning, but also she has a lot of intangibles. A lot of intangibles. She's natural. That's the biggest thing for her. She's not. I don't have to close my eyes in the morning and wait for her to get together like some of these men. And you're like, don't look at me. Turn the lights out. You know, nah. I like it el natural. El natural.
Do you run into that in your practice a lot, where people are saying that their women are fake, and what are you seeing?
I run that with a lot of people who are single. The people who come together, that's been established that they're looking for the intangibles already, and they just need to get in line with being more connected with each other. Or for the most men, healing from for most men is healing from prior trauma. A lot of men have a lot of trauma they have not dealt with, and because we are the leader, watch this. If a man is full of trauma, why are you surprised that he finds a woman with trauma? Because he's dealing with trauma himself.
Mm.
So if I'm not healed and I'm the leader, why are you surprised I'm finding someone that's not healed as well? Once the husband heals, then the wife can start healing because the man's the leader.
Mm.
How can I tell my wife to do X if I'm not doing X? How can I tell my wife to work out if I'm not working out? How can I tell my wife to lose weight if I'm not losing weight? I can't. Like today, after church, like a good old-fashioned Pentecostal preacher, I saw Popeyes. But when I weighed myself this morning, I said, I don't need no Popeyes. I took my black stuff down to Panera Bread and got me a salad and a sandwich. Yes, I did. Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Praise
The
the Lord.
pastor off here. So what where are these women with these intangibles and all that? Where are these? Where are these women?
I would say most of my church. So when it comes to finding men, I would not say church, because a lot of these jokers are just full of stuff at church. Just full of games and everything else that go with it. But a lot of these good women are at church waiting for that man to swipe them off their feet.
Right.
But these men know I'm a rooster. I got all these women, ain't got no man, and I'm just a rooster.
What about political clubs or libraries or schools, cooking class?
Yeah. I mean, so to me, what do you do for fun? And you should find a woman, who's in the same fun category as you. But again, so many men are playing games. So why are you surprised women playing games? I mean, men are complaining about how women playing games. Wait a minute, Negro. Guess who taught them? They went to 5 men that played games with them, and they said, you know what? I got it. I gotta play a game. So that's why it's $1,000 to come and get me for breakfast. Because
good Lord, breakfast. Yeah.
I'm just saying, these women have learned to play games because of men. Men play games on them. So guess what? These women have learned. I got it. I'll play a game. I'll say whatever I need to say to get what I want. So a lot of men did it to get the vajayjay. And so these women say, hey, all right, since my vajayjay costs money, I'm going to play the game. Yeah, I do blame the man. Yes, sir.
Well, I know. Just,
yeah.
I'm gonna slowly win you away from that. But
no, sir. I know you're Kevin Samuel disciple, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we are the leader. We lead. We're the seed. I'm sorry, sir. Does women have seed? Yes or no?
I'm not going to argue with you about that.
Question: do women have seed?
No, they do not have seed.
All right.
No.
Do women have egg?
They have an egg. Yes.
All right.
Eggs.
So So unless the seed hits that egg, there's no child. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. Yeah.
All right. And so who decides the sex of the child? Male or female, sir?
No, it's the male. I mean, but it's not a real decision, right? It's not like it's not like I'm saying, oh, let me shoot out a Y.
Sir,
Ooh,
sir,
let me shoot out an
sir,
X. We're not
sir,
doing that.
sir. Based on the seed. Based on the seed. If the
I
seed
understand, but it's not. You're saying a decision. I'm taking
sir,
issue
if
with the
the
word
seed
decision.
sir, I'm trying to show
It's
you
not
the
a,
linkage.
I'm not shooting. I'm not deliberately in my mind.
Sir, I know
shooting
you're
an
not
X. Let me
deliberately.
get a boy. Let me please. That's not happening.
Sir, no, that's not happening. But what is happening? The egg is XX, and if the
Correct.
sperm gives a Y, you're gonna have a boy.
Correct.
If that sperm
correct.
gives an X, you're gonna have a girl. Is that correct, Dr. L? Earned
correct.
PhD, sir. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Earned.
Yes, you're correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, he does not have an honorary. He has an earned PhD. Just put it out there. All right. So because of that, we're the leader.
I understand. I'm not. It's a deeper conversation, I think, because of the things that Black folks have gone through. But I don't want to go through that. I'm just talking, and I'm not excusing men in that game playing. I do think that a lot of times men have played games, refused to get married, wanted to run around, been unfaithful. I'm not excusing any of the negative behaviors that men have done, and I think that I do think there's a lot of ladies who are saying, you want to play? We can play, right? Particularly now they're able to play more because of birth control, because of the Plan B, because of condoms, because of baby deletions and all. I'm not going to disagree with that. I do think, going back with our discussion about, and you mentioned children, right? This idea of commitment with children. I'm not going to push back at all that men who are in their early 20s, 30s, whatever, who want to have children really should have some type of legal binding to take care of their children. I'm not. I know some people would disagree with that, but I'm not going to be one of them. I think that if you decide one day that you have children, or you've made the right decisions in life, gone to school, developed yourself, done etc., whatever you've done, created a business, got a job, did the right thing, you lay down with a woman and produce a child. I don't think you ought to just be able to walk away from that. I don't think that.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. L. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Bless you, sir. Bless you.
Yeah, but that's for those who want to have children. I hear. I want you to know. I hear the argument from brothers, and I'm going to be honest with you. My first marriage, when that was over, had I not been in a religious state of mind, I would not have remarried. I would have just been in a committed situationship, whether I live with a woman or whatever. I probably would have just done that. But it was my religious thinking, training, etc., that said, okay, I need to be married to this person in a legal sense of the word.
I think the training was good. The problem is, in religious circles, they don't do the dating good. They go to scripture. It's better to marry than to burn in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, but it's better to date than to burn. I need to know who you are. I need to know how you think. In my first marriage, we both came out of Church of God in Christ. So I just assumed wrongly, hey, you Kojic, I'm Kojic. It's going to work.
Yeah. I remember when I was going through my divorce, and there were people saying, "Oh, you can make it work." You have no idea. And you and I just went out for breakfast the other day, and I told you some stuff.
You did, sir. Unbelievable, sir. It will never happen to me, sir, but unbelievable, sir. Unbelievable, sir.
Yeah. So I'm not going to disagree with that particular aspect, but I do think that I got to be honest. I do think that men these days, given the economic system that we're dealing with today, the lack of mobility, the lack of upward mobility, to buy a house, what's the average price of a house? $300,000. Before, I bought, when I was in my 20s, my first house was $90,000.
Wow.
Think about that. My first house was $90,000.
That's good.
And then my second house was 120. And that was 10 years later, maybe between 8 to 10 years later. I bought my second house was 120,000. Well, no, it wasn't that long. Maybe 4 years later. Maybe like 4 years later, bought my second house, better neighborhood and all that, for $120,000. So, you can't even buy a condo for that anymore. So a lot of men are saying, if there's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Why am I going to go through this journey to get there if I can't get the reward? And
Well,
the reward was always I get a job, I get some type of skill, I get a job, and that job will allow me to at least to have the possibility of buying a home, taking care of a family. And that
yeah,
seems to be a lost thing.
yeah. The again, the problem is that if the foundation is wrecked, why are you surprised of the ending? I mean, my second marriage is so much better because I came in with knowledge. I came with some wisdom. I came for not just looking for the external attributes, but I came with the internal attributes. When I first got married, there were no internal attributes I was looking for. I was, I was, I was looking
How
for
big is your butt?
how big is your butt, how big your breasts. And
Right, yeah, I forgot you're a breast man. I forgot that. Yeah.
I've been converted by my second wife, though.
All right. Well, praise the Lord. Now you owe her a lap, then I guess, right?
But again, my first marriage, it was all about extra. Listen, in my first marriage, man, it was all about externals, not the internals. You know, how do you handle anger? And not just her, it's me. I know how to handle anger when I was in my first marriage. I mean, I was still traumatized. I was still dealing with things in my past, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, all the, abandonment, all the things I was dealing with. And I brought it into my first marriage. And that's why most marriages fail, because they don't do the detective work on themselves. And so what happened when they get married, all of a sudden now the wife is being detective to the husband, or the husband being detective to the wife. And wait a minute, all these years I've never done no detective work. All of a sudden I get married to you, now you want to be detective on me? And that's why most fights happen, because now you want to be a detective on me when I've never detected myself. So that's why
So you're saying,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's why the dating is so important, because the dating does the detective work.
So you're saying, yes, does detective work. So you're saying during the dating process, men should ask a ton of questions. Women should ask
Men and
a ton
women.
of
Yes,
questions.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also, how do you deal with disagreements? Is it my way or the highway, which will never work? Or is it we can agree to disagree?
What
All those
happens
things
when
are important.
people shut down and don't want to answer those questions?
Well,
Any question.
that's not going to work in the marriage. That's not going to work.
Right.
I mean, my wife and I differ on spiritual matters, but we learn to agree to disagree, and that's fine. Because I told my wife I was not looking for a first lady. Come on now, I was looking for a wife. I had a first lady, and the ministry of a husband did not happen. Now, again, I cannot put all the blame on my ex, because again, I was a child. I was 21 years old, going into my junior year in college. I was a child. Like I told you, I didn't know what hole to put it in on honeymoon night, and that's the God's honest truth.
Come on, man.
I was ignorant. I was ignorant.
You couldn't have been out there. Come on.
I was ignorant. I was ignorant. I was a saved boy, and I was ignorant. And guess what? The ignorance showed out, because my ignorance was, as long as I'm financially there for you, you should be happy. And I found out absolutely not. Women need mental stimulation. I didn't recognize that. Women need to be mentally stimulated, emotionally stimulated. I was all into the sexual stimulation. I wasn't into the mental stimulation and emotional stimulation that a woman needs. Because if you just do the sexual stimulation, then she will feel like a piece of meat. I'm sorry, I got off tangent. I apologize.
No, you're cooking, man. You're cooking. You're right. You're right. So let's move on. Well, let me put something on the screen here.
All right, people, you all witness that he's changing his tool from a baseball to the bat. Watch this, sirs and gentlemen. Watch this.
What are you talking about, man? I'm just saying.
He's about to take the bat to me, people. Watch this. Go ahead.
No. I'm just trying to put up, because some people might not know, exactly precisely what we're speaking about. Is there a
Okay.
difference between a spiritual and commitment ceremony? They may not understand, and this may be an option, or be like, no, I definitely want the legal protections. It's up to you to decide. I think that what's best for you. So let me just put this on the screen here. Comes from AI. I'm very critical of AI, but I think this is can help us to get a little bit of an understanding here. It says a traditional, and I put in traditional marriage versus commitment ceremony. A traditional marriage is a legally binding union recognized by the state, granting couples specific legal rights and responsibilities, while a commitment ceremony is a non-legally binding celebration of a couple's devotion to each other, emphasizing the personal relationship without the involvement of the government agencies. The ceremonies themselves can be very similar, featuring shared vows and rings, but only a wedding results in a marriage license and the associated legal protections. Key differences: first is legally binding. Marriage, legally binding, require paperwork like a marriage license and certificate. Commitment ceremony, not legally binding. No government agency is involved. Legal and financial perks. Marriage, couples gain access to benefits such as tax breaks, health insurance, and inheritance rights. Commitment ceremonies, couples do not receive these government-backed legal or financial benefits. Reasons for choice: marriage, often chosen for the legal and financial protections it offers. Ceremony, commitment ceremony, chosen by couples who want to celebrate their relationship without the legal ties of marriage, or if a legal marriage isn't an option due to pending divorces, immigration status, or legal restrictions. So that's that. So I think that one thing, and I wanted to kind of highlight that because as we talk about older men, and I guess this is where you would say I'm taking the baseball bat here, is the older men who have gone through a divorce, and this is what I didn't ask you about the younger men. So I want to put both of these together. Younger men may be considering watching that their fathers, stepfathers, uncles, grandfathers have heard the horror stories about divorce, don't want that for themselves, losing half
Real
of their
quick.
assets. Go ahead.
Why do they have horror stories? Because most of those men cheated on their wives. That's why the
Yeah,
horror stories.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So if no one ever cheats, if no one ever cheated, if cheating was completely off the table, how many marriages do you think would have made it to the end?
A lot more, a lot more. Because the cheating is not just physical; it's mental. Again, when I am more vested in my business, or if I'm more invested in my career, that's a form of cheating. I made that a part. I'll go even deeper. If I'm more invested in my children than my marriage, that's cheating because
I
I'm not
don't- That's
giving
not a man
that
thing, though. That's not a man thing. You think men are more invested in their children? Men
You
more
know how
invested
many
in their
men
children?
love being fathers but can't stand being a husband?
I don't know. I don't. Well, I think a lot of women enjoy being mothers and don't enjoy being wives.
So that's my point, is that they forget about their initial investment. The investment was not parenting. The investment was connection and relationship with that man and that woman. And they forgot. And so when you forget that initial investment, you're going to lose. I mean, all right, sir. Without saying it out loud, do you agree you had to invest in your PhD, your earned PhD? Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
And without that investment, sir, you wouldn't have gotten your earned. People, I'm making it very clear. He has an earned PhD, sir. Without your investment, would you have gotten the PhD, sir?
No, no.
My point's made. A lot of people don't invest in their marriage. That's why it fails.
Is
Now,
marriage a business? Is marriage a business?
to a certain extent, it is. But let me say it loud and clear. So I will give you a reprieve and say it takes both. It takes both to invest, not just the man, it's the woman. If the woman is not going to invest, when the man invests, then it's not going to work. It takes both. But the
So
man has to be the
there's a
leadership.
go ahead.
But the man has to be the leadership in investing. All right, baby, we're going to counseling. Okay, baby, we're going to X, Y, and Z. All right, baby, we'll get a third party in. Something. But if the man is not making the example and attempt to make that investment, why are you surprised of the outcome? If you do not invest in, if I don't invest in my car, if I don't invest in my career, if I don't invest in my computer, if I don't invest in stuff, why am I surprised it breaks down? If I don't get an oil change, if I don't get the, tune up, if I don't get things for my car, why am I surprised it breaks down? This is very simple. Every Friday is date night with my wife, unless I'm doing comedy. And if I am doing comedy on a Friday, then I shift it to Saturday or Sunday. One day out of the month belongs to my wife, where I take my wife out, because I am constantly investing. If you don't invest, you're not going to have a good return. That's all.
So many men are saying that this investment isn't worth. What the heck is going on my keyboard here? Oh my God! Many men are saying that investment is not worth. Again, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Men are saying that the men men are in love. This is a saying: men are in love, women are in business, right? So they're trying to get the highest return for their investment, as you said, and men are just looking for. I want someone to do the intangibles, as you said, to be able to cook, clean, be comforting, take care, be a homemaker, etc. And they're not finding that. This is the narrative that's out there. So this is what's causing a lot of men to say, psh, and we're starting to creep up to a little bit older. When they are looking now for, you take a man who's 35 plus, I'm going to say, as I said before, 40 plus. Now they're saying, I've been through this, right? I invested, things didn't work out. I went down the aisle. I got divorced. I got a kid or two, paying child support, paying alimony, lost half my pension, lost half my 401k, had to sell my
All
house,
right, sir.
all
Stop
this other
taking my
stuff.
mind back to memory, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for triggering.
But this is what a lot of men are dealing with. This is what a lot of men are dealing with. This was on my mind. This was on my mind. I think this is why men don't jump out sooner. Because listen, this was on my mind. This was on my mind. I had the pension and I didn't want to lose it. I'm gonna be 100%. I didn't want to lose it.
And so that's why you owe me a lap around the church. But anyway, sir, I did lose half of my 401k. I did lose, but again, I recognized my wrong, and that's why when I found my Porsche, I was like, "This is a no-brainer." Because for a lot of men, it's fear, and I'll be honest, if I really thought about it, nah, I'm gonna get married again because of what if I get divorced again? But I'm not gonna live in fear. Plus, I recognize my wrongs, and because I recognize my wrongs, my marriage is so much better because I recognize what I needed to do. If I recognize what I need to do, then I'm gonna have a successful another marriage. But if I can't, but I mean, be honest, all right. So for your marriages, I mean, there were things that you didn't recognize about you that you needed to work on, and so because of that, you had the results, as I had with my first marriage. Yes, people. Right. Dr. L is single, and I am married. Yes, that is correct, people.
Was that the need to be said there? Yes. So is it fear or is it caution, as you said? Some guys just like, oh, you know what?
It is fear. It is fear. I don't want to find, again, to me, it tells the man, I don't want to do the work. Because any man who divorces must say, what did I do? Because I'm the leader. They don't go after the subordinate, they go after the man. They go after the leader. Okay. Whoever was in charge of that corporation, I'm coming after the leader. Like the Target people, right? They went after the CEO, right? I'm going after the leader. And so if the man does the self-inventory of himself and then gets another marriage, I guarantee you there's going to be a profound difference. Not perfect, but definitely profound.
So these men are, in your eyes, fearful. I'm going to call them cautious about doing this again. Some people have said I'm going to do the work, and they still have found. I mean, there's various reasons. You've narrowed it down. I'm not going to say we. You've narrowed it down to vast many of times the men is at fault somehow, that they've cheated or haven't done the work, and you said that they're the leaders. But some men have put forth their best effort, and it still didn't work out. So I want you to convince them that if they choose to find a woman, now here's my laying out of this for men who are older. They have their children, they rebuilt themselves, or they never got married in the first place. They've seen other people go through this barbed wire fence of getting divorced and marriage and all this type of stuff, right? We all know the sex stops or dwindles during marriage and all this type of stuff, right? So they've gone through all that, or at least they've seen it, and they said, you know what, I'm good about all that, but I do want a special person to stand by my side, to go to the movies with, go top golf with, to go bowling with, to go on vacation with, to do whatever it is that they enjoy doing. They want that one special person. They simply don't want the state involved because the state can do X, Y, and Z, as we all just said. They don't want that. Convince that man to get the state legally marriage license versus the commitment ceremony.
The problem, though, with the non-traditional marriage is that there's no commitment. I could walk away tomorrow. Done. I saw somebody else. Done. I'm out. How insensible is that? All right, so I have nothing binding with you. You have nothing binding with me. I saw someone on the train. I saw someone in the airport. My God, it's so good, so fine. You know what? I came back from my trip. I'm done with you. Bye.
And so, well, they would say that that's a good thing because she can leave me too. And if you do decide to leave me, I get to keep all my assets.
But the person who wants to be in love is saying, you know what? No, I do love you. I don't want this to go, but well, I have nothing binding with me, so we're out. Versus if I have a legal contract or marriage, I just can't say bye. I say, you know what? I got to rethink this thing because there's a legal ramifications if I leave. There are no ramifications. I mean, for me, it bothers me that you have a contract with everything else but with a woman. You have a contract with a job. You have a contract with your car. You have a contract with your mortgage. You have a contract. I mean, you got all these contracts. You got a contract with Zoom. Wow. I have a contract with StreamYard, but I can't have a contract with a woman. Lord, break that down, Brantley. I will. You and I both have StreamYard. Is that correct? Correct.
That's correct.
I have a contract with StreamYard. Is that correct? Yeah. So I made a commitment to StreamYard.
The difference.
StreamYard. So if I can make how much I pay for StreamYard, if I can make the payment for StreamYard, how come I can't? You know what?
And y'all hit the like button because we pay for these StreamYards. And hit the like button and or send us a cash app.
People, I'm because we pay for this either, people. I'm not getting paid for this at all.
Well, I'm not getting paid either. So y'all make sure you get us something. So because we're paying, it's like something like $235 a year or something like that to pay for this. You know, so yeah. So but here's the difference between all these other contracts that you listed.
Here we go.
If the contract goes bad, StreamYard or whatever else, there's some things that are pretty stinging. You know, if you default on your car, let's do something more important here.
Repo.
Right, you get repo, but you still got to pay. They'll take it to court, and you still got to pay. So people should be very cautious about entering into those types of contracts, particularly houses and or all houses or any other type of personal property that is expensive. But this is the cost benefit analysis that men are saying is like, listen, if I do this, there's really only one party that's held liable in marriages, and this is a tough nut tough nut to crack here. Is tough pill to swallow. Is that only the men, or I should say the male earner, which is generally the men, is held liable if things go wrong. If things go wrong, we decide to break up. Now, she could get custody, although there are some places trying to do straight 50-50 custody. Things could go wrong. She gets custody of the kids, and anything else is on the man to support. I got to pay half. I got to give up all the stuff that we all named already. I won't go down that list again. And she's not required to do anything before. She rubbed your back 3 days a week. Well, she don't have to rub your back 1.5 times anymore. You had sex with her twice a week. She don't have to have sex with you once a week anymore. She used to cook your meals. She cook 5 days a week. She don't have to cook for you 2.5 days a week. That seems to be an unfair balance and penalty that only men have to pay in these relationships. And that's why younger men are saying, I'm kind of good with that. And that's why older men are saying, no, I'm not going to sign up for a contract in which only one party is penalized. And that is what I want you to.
This is why when you make a sizable investment, you do the sizable vetting. Most men don't do the sizable vetting for their prospective new wife. That's why they fail. They don't do the vetting. If I'm gonna give somebody $1 million, you best be for sure. I'm vetting like crazy before I pull the lever. I'm vetting up and down. I'm trying to figure out who your great grandpappy is. I'm vetting you. So a lot of men don't do the vetting. Oh, I see you. You look good. I'll go out to the bar, a couple of drinks. Hey, you're my wife. Nah, bro. Vet. Vet. And you know I'm telling the truth, man. How many guys have been on one day? Oh, that's my wife. Negro, you just met her. You didn't do no vetting. You know she's crazy. You don't know she's taking medication. You don't know her birth certificate.
What was she born as?
You're not vetting. Because men are more visual. As a 61 minus 1 man, men are more visual. We see. We don't comprehend. We just see. Oh, she looks great. And maybe she'll know how to take care of herself. She'll look good on the outside. Takes her 5 hours. Listen, men like us, we don't need a woman that could take 5 hours to get dressed. What if we get got to go somewhere and it's going to take a 5 hours? Nah. Nah. A woman who don't know how to talk to people. Only thing she's good for is being a statue.
And starfish sex.
That's it. Which is the worst.
Which is the worst.
The worst. Your wife just says, all right, when you finish, let me know.
Let me know.
Let me know when you finish.
She don't even know you finished. She is so checked out.
She don't even. That's how checked out she is, man.
She reading the book.
She reading the book. Looking at different housewives. When you when you finish, let me know. That's.
Yo, she don't even notice. She didn't even notice.
Oh, when'd you get on top of me?
Oh, you done? Oh, you still here? Oh,
yeah. Why am I all glazed looking? Why am I glazed in my vagina area? Why am I glazed?
Oh my God.
It's happened lots, man.
All right, man. What questions should an older guy?
I'm sorry, people. We're having too much fun here. I apologize. We're almost done for today, so I apologize, people. We're just regular doctors, earned PhDs. Oh, glory to God. Go ahead, sir.
What questions should a man ask in order to properly vet? What questions did you learn?
Are you on medication? That's the first question. Are you on medication?
Bro, why are you yelling at me, man? Bro, the forcefulness is that. Are you on medication? Hold on, brother. These come on flashbacks, man. Come on, man. Oh man!
What medication are you on, or what medication do you need to be on? That's the first question you need to ask the girl.
Do you need
Oh
to
my
be
God.
on?
Oh Lord, that was too
Oh my
funny.
goodness.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
All right. Are you on meds? What medication
I'm
are you
sorry.
on currently? And what medications do you need to be on?
What medication? What? First question, man. That's the first question. Straight up.
Man. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
What
I'm
other
sorry,
questions
having
you
too
got?
much fun. How many
Let me
baby
put this
daddies
on
you
you.
have? Very important. Very
How many
important.
baby daddies? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Why does that matter? Why would some would say that don't matter? Why would that, why was that why would that matter?
Because I need to know if I got to deal with another Negro
Mm,
who still thinks he has claim on you.
mm.
Because I want to want to ask you the same question. How many baby mamas you got?
Mm. Okay. You got any other questions that we should ask? How many baby mamas, daddies, meds you
Yeah.
on?
How do you deal with your anger?
Mm. Okay.
That is a very key question. How do you deal with your anger?
But you got to see that though. People give you all kind of answers. Oh, I go sit in the car, I take a walk. But then
Yeah.
when you get with them, they throw in pots and pans and whatnot.
Yeah. Those are simple questions that you have to see over time. But the bottom line is, I got to see you through all seasons, good, bad, ugly, and I got to see you through all seasons.
Hmm. What time period do you recommend people date for before they get married? 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years?
At least a year, man. At least a year. So this way: under 30, 2 years; over 50, 1 year. Because at that point you should know what you want by that time. You should know what you want. You know what I'm saying? I've lived long enough. I've been here long enough that I know what I want. If I go to a restaurant long enough, I don't need a menu. I know what I want. And when you at a certain age, you should know what you want at a certain age. You should not be. I don't know. No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah. I know what I want, and I'm not going to put a square in a circle. And that's what a lot of men do. Oh, she's fine, but she'll know how to apologize. She's fine, but she'll know how to say sorry. She's fine, but she'll know how to keep house. She's fine, but she'll know how to be appreciative. You're putting a square in a circle because you're not vetting correctly.
Anger, baby daddy's meds. You listed off a few things right there about being able to apologize, keep house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the ladies today have, particularly those over 40, do you think that their standards are too high?
I think their standards are high because of the pain they suffered. So let me go real high to make sure this guy doesn't hurt me like the other one did. That's why their standards are very high. Yeah. That's a good point, though. That's a very valid point, that because of the pain they've gone through, they don't know how to deal with it.
Do you think that men who are in their 50s should date someone? A lot of times they want younger women. What's your thoughts about that?
No. Anything under 15 years, why? That's just me personally.
15 is kind of a lot though, right? Guy's 55, she's 40. You're good with that?
I don't mind that because you're seasoned by that time. I want a seasoned woman. I don't want to saute. I want a seasoned woman. And my baby's seasoned.
Man, I'm gonna start charging you $1 every time you bring up your wife. What do you think is the same for women? A 55-year-old woman who, how young is she?
Again, I think 15 years is to me is the max. How about this? If she's too close to your daughter's age, don't do it. All right, I make it easy. If she too close to your daughter's age, don't do it.
Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Let's all right, so we're gonna kind of leave it off there, but I did want to ask you about the maturity level of men as they grow up there. And we talk about learning from past mistakes. What
Yeah.
methods did you learn from your in order to learn from your past mistakes? In other words, what I'm saying is, what processes you went through some stuff, what processes did you have to do to healing, self reflection, to say these are
Yeah.
the mistakes that I made, I'm not going to make them in the
Yeah.
next relationship?
Yeah. Really the self-reflection from my childhood, learning from the self-reflection of that. I had to heal from that first. Because if I don't heal from that, then I'm in trouble.
I got you. I got you. Got you.
That's very
All right.
important.
All right. All right, brother. Man, I appreciate it. This was a great conversation.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
still not. I'm still not convinced.
I know
In
you're
all
not.
honesty,
I know you're
but
not.
and I had a conversation with another pastor, friend of ours. I'm not going to say his name, but I'll tell you off the air who I talked to. He said he had to think about it because I
Yeah.
said a spiritual commitment. I said spiritual commitment, and I'm using those terms interchangeably, even though I know that they're not. Just to say, on one side, again, there's the legal aspect to it, and on the other side, there is the commitment, spiritual, without the state, whatever you want to call that, spiritual commitment, religious commitment. And when I had this conversation with him, he said that he had to think about it because if it's before God, then what would be the issue with an older couple in particular saying, listen, I'm going to be committed to you. And I hear what you're saying. I'm not totally convinced by it because I think you can leave either way. But as a 50-year-old guy, I don't want to be tied to the state. I don't want that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to get up and leave. And there's other ways that I can take care of my woman. For example, if I want to take care of my woman, I have assets, I have a whole home and all this. I want that to go to my children. I want them to be able to divide up whatever's in my bank account, my insurance, and all this, that, and the other. I want them to be able to have that and be able to go on with their life. On the other hand, if I didn't have someone, commitment ceremony or legal marriage, I still would want my kids to have this. I would take care of them by getting an insurance policy. So there's ways to take care of your woman. And I don't want any more kids. So why do I need to tie myself to the state?
Again, sir, the commitment level. That woman is committing to wiping your butt if you have Alzheimer's one day.
But they still might not do it if they're legally married. The people do that all the time.
But again, that goes back to the vetting. You didn't vet her. You didn't vet her. You knew you ugly. You ugly.
People don't know they're ugly. People don't know. You don't even say that. They don't know they're ugly. People don't know they're ugly. Go ahead. I know you're gonna say that.
You know you ugly, brother. You know you're ugly. It's only when she goes to money. Brother. You know when you look at the glass, the mirror cracks. Come on now. You know.
You look in the mirror and the reflection turns away.
That's right, bro. Like, oh. You know she married you for the money.
Oh, man.
You just want a trophy wife. Come on, Dr. L. You know a lot of men want a trophy wife. You know that. I know that. I just want someone that looks good on my arm. You know that, and I know that. You know that, I know that. That goes back to what I said earlier about how a lot of men don't vet, or they're looking for the externals, and that's it.
I got you. All right, man. All right,
sir.
All right. Okay, that's it. We're gonna leave it out there, man.
All right.
Make sure where can they follow you at? You do some clips.
DrTCBrantley.com is my official website. You can go to also Relationship Trainer on TikTok, Relationship Trainer on Instagram, and also relationshiptrainer.org for my website too as well. And I do conferences. I do relationship conference, pastor. If you listen to me, you want to do relationship conference, give your boy a call, holla. Or if you want to bring both of us in to do a faith and justice podcast at your church, raise some money at the same time, call us into as well. We would love to come. Again, we're very real, very raw, and you'll get very informed as well as some comedy at the same time.
That was tcbrantley.com. Is that what it is?
That's TC Brantley. .com, sir. Yes, that is my official website, sir. And relationshiptrainer.org will take you there as well.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you so much for checking out the show.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone who doesn't know, you can follow me at Dr. L's Breakdown. That's Dr.L''S Breakdown. That's on YouTube. I talk about police-related issues. I covered a story, the Charlie Kirk situation the other day. In Dr. L's podcast, period, I should say, L. Is there apostrophe S? Podcast where I talk about relationships and self-improvement, things along those lines. So make sure you follow us on those respective.
I'm sorry. It's drtcbrentley.com. That's all right, sir. You're close. That's all right.
Oh, well, I asked you, man. Hold on.
Let
me. All right.
Touch him, Lord. See,
I touch you. I asked you.
I'm sorry. Dr. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, sir, for the shout out, sir. Lord bless you. God bless you.
All right, man. All right. So, well, thank you guys so much. Again, if you have a show topic or anything you want us to talk about, send us an email, faithandjusticepodcast.email at faithandjusticepodcast@gmail.com. That's where you can email us at. If you have a show topic or anything you want us to talk about, thanks for checking out the show. I do appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Hit that like button.
Yes. Most importantly, hit the like button. If you're not a sub, ask yourself, why not? Why have you not subbed? Let's make sure you become a sub.
Why are you not a sub? This is a great broadcast. We talk about real issues, grown-up issues.
Yeah, grown-up issues. Yeah, grown people stuff. All right, we'll see you guys again. You guys take care of yourselves. Much love and peace.